BCH, we start with monthly chart. There is no much changes, just we see the corrective move based on the daily chart. Anyway, from monthly, we start and we want to see what we have. And if we refer to our analysis, since the price was within here, we mentioned we are looking to see the breakout of 678 following by 860 because I mentioned we want to see the breakout of this zone. The price could tag 678, but there was no, I mean, even we see the breakout, but there was no continuation and price drop. And right now we see somewhere around 500. And because we see based on monthly chart, the first month it was moving very sharp. Following by second month, we see it's reverse and drop quite sharply. No one see what's the next based on lower time frame. And mostly at this point, since the Wiz move is very corrective, we can look for trade, only short-term trade based on lower time frame. And based on weekly, right now we're looking at this, following by this drop as a sharp move. Can we expect for the next drop or price can reverse from here? First of all of the, I mean, it depends on the Bitcoin. Based on Bitcoin, if we see the breakout of the correction based on daily at this point, we have it. If there is a breakout, then mostly the following and the rest of the market will follow. Mostly we can look for continuation from here. But if not, then technically, whenever we have this kind of the reversal as a corrective, if we can follow by the next drop, it can follow by the next drop. That's mean we should expect for the next drop if we don't see the continuation in the overall market. And if we move to daily chart, as I mentioned, right now we're looking at this one. We have to see the breakout of the top of this one to confirm for continuation. Then from there, we have to see the break based on daily. We have to see the breakout of the 630, mostly this one. Okay. And at this point, for me, I don't see any trade setup. For me, if I want to look for buy, I prefer to see the breakout of this correction before I take the next trade. Or if we get the next drop, either we see the breakout of this low or not, then any reversal from there we can take the trade. Okay. And if the price start to drop, and if we see the based on the daily we see the next drop, we can, I mean, with the breakout of the lowest price of this correction, this is where we can expect the price to, I mean, the support we can look for. Okay. Right now, as I mentioned earlier, I don't see any trade setup. The only thing is we can look for trade based on 1 hour or forward chart. And if we move to forward chart, I don't see any trade setup. Mostly we can look for flag based on lower time frame. That means a short-term trade. And even based on 1 hour chart, can we put our entry above here? It can be an option, but it's not a really good idea because if we move to the daily chart, we're buying at the top of this correction. That's why I mentioned for me, if I want to look for buy, I prefer to see the breakout of this correction. Anyway, still we are within the corrective move, but if we move to higher time frame, we want to see if there is a continuation with the breakout of the 678. I'm looking for 860, and with the breakout of this one, mostly we can look for all-time high. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.